Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another great arcade game pinball machine video for you this evening. This is a really cool Gottlieb electromechanical game from 1968. There are 4 seasons. You might have never seen this one. This was kind of in their heyday when they were making a ton of them. So we just got this thing finished up and figured we'd shoot a little video for you. It's got a... This was in kind of a weird time for Gottlieb where they had the cabinets were slightly different. So it has these beaded sides on it. This particular game we bought from a guy who dropped it off the back of a truck, if you can believe that. But luckily it didn't break the back glass, and we were able to glue it all back together and get everything working. So came out pretty good. So it came out in 1968. The score reels are the decagon, I think they call it. If you look real close, you can see that the score reels aren't round. They have little flat facets on the 10 different digits, and it's got a pretty cool back glass. The theme's kind of weird, 4 seasons theme, and it's not the group for the 4 seasons. So we've got spring, so it's raining in the spring. So this girl, who is a blonde, is out in her raincoat playing in the rain, and this guy isn't watching what he's doing. He's staring at her. I love the art on these old ones. The wind's blowing his umbrella away, and like an idiot he just stepped in the puddle. Right. So there's a little car there in the background. They're not doing anything crazy though. So that's spring. Okay, so next we've got summer. And so a different girl. Now this girl's a blonde. Oh yeah, we should get a close-up of her facial features so you can recognize her. Right? Wait a minute, his eyes, what are his eyes looking at? He's not looking, look, here's her face. What is he? Oh, can't believe him. Alright, so here's the summer. So we got this girl. She's jet skiing, or boat, what do you call it? She's water skiing, right? So you have a little couple back here. You got some guys over here on a boat. You got this guy that she's causing all kinds of problems, right? So that's summer. And then you've got fall, right? So you got this girl who has white hair. So the white-haired girl has a gun and she's hunting in her miniskirt, and she's caught Smokey the Bear, right? And he's throwing up a surrender flag. Don't shoot, don't shoot. So you got the rabbit down here and a little raccoon here, and she's got her little roadster here that she's driving. Remember, this is from 1968. And here's the license plate, 362434. No comment. All right, so that's fall, and then you have winter. So in the winter, another redhead, right, is ice skating. And so you've got this guy over here who's falling down. You've got these people over here trying to stay warm, and you've got this guy over here that's having radiator trouble. Oh, you've got some people over here skiing. Oh, and this guy's trying to ice fish, but the fish is actually over here looking at him. So pretty cool back glass. This is before they had the dummy reels too, so there's 4 reels on each score. And the over here, it's got a 2 lit up. The reason it's got that is that's how they used to do the match. So at the end of the game, if your last digit in your score matched whatever number lit up on the back, you want a free game. So whenever we got this one, it was flaking a little bit. You can see some of the paint has flaked off, but it's just starting to get bad, you know. From a distance, it's not that bad. So we were able to clear coat it on the back and save it so that it won't get any worse. And there was a spot right here where it was missing, and we were able to touch that up a little bit, make it look pretty good. So from back here where you play, it looks pretty good. And so on the Playfield, it's kind of got the same thing going on. So here between the flippers, you've got the ice skating girl, and you've got the girl from the spring with her umbrella and her raincoat on, and you've got the summer girl in her swimsuit with her water skis, and then you've got the winter girl or the fall girl hunting, petting a rabbit. Then you've also got them on the plastics. So here's the hunter, here's the water ski girl, here's the ice skating girl, and up here is the oh, they don't have the raincoat girl. That's the spring girl. She's looking at the birds singing. So there you go. All right, so we'll read over the instructions here, because that always makes it more fun. Instructions: 1, 2, 3, or 4 players, 3 balls per player. You can set it on 5 ball too, but I always like playing it with 3 balls. Insert 1 coin and wait for machine to reset before inserting coin for second player. If you don't do that, it will take your quarter, or dime, or nickel, or whatever it costs. Players take turns shooting as shown on back glass. Hitting arrow value scores as indicated by positions of value arrow and multiplier arrow, right? So arrow value when lit, so if you hit them, or whole scores arrow value. So the arrows are these 2 things on the playfield here that are literally arrows. Now your ball, they don't move on their own, the ball just hits them, and you can knock them around all over the place just depending on where the ball hits it, and they work perfectly. There's these little boards underneath that it spins around on. So basically, if whatever it's pointed at, that's what's going to happen. So you got 1, and then the multiplier is 100, so it's 100 points. If it's on 5 and 100, 500 points. If it's on 3 and 10, it's only worth 30 points. So that the arrow value can be scored in either hole, or can be scored on either of those. It can also be scored on these whenever they're lit up, and on these down here when they're lit up. So you can, this game, depending on how the arrows are aimed, and if you try to actually hit the arrow and knock it a certain way and everything, you can score a ton of points on this thing, right? So that's kind of the gimmick of this game, which is pretty neat. Okay, hitting arrow value when multiplier arrow is on the star scores 500 points. So no matter what this value is, if the multiplier just happens to be on the star, you get 500 points. Points are scored as indicated. A tilt does not disqualify a player. Matching last number in score to number that appears on back glass after game is over awards 1 replay. We talked about that. So, very cool machine. I wanted to show you one other thing on it too. Somebody at some point was very proud that they got what I read as 10,214 points. They were so proud they scratched it on the back box. But then a guy over here, he wanted to brag because he got 13,946 or something like that. Can you see it there? You can barely make it out, right? So people have scratched their high scores all over the top of the back box, which is kind of cool. And we will be pointing that out to whoever we sell this to. So that is Gottlieb's Four Seasons. I'm going to set up the tripod and play it a little bit. We rebuilt these flippers, so even though they're the little 2-inch flippers, they're pretty decent on this game. And also, if you look, we've got the back jacked up pretty high. We don't play them flat. We've got it jacked up pretty good. So it's got a pretty good little slant on it for an EM game, and the thing plays pretty good like that. So we'll get the tripod and show you how it plays. All right, people, we're going to film this Four Seasons a little bit. What a cool looking game in the dark. It's nothing special. I mean, this is not a collectible machine or anything, but it's a 1968 Gottlieb pinball machine. I mean, damn, it doesn't really have to have a big name for that. That's just awesome. Something that vintage that's still working. So we'll play it a little bit. Like I said, it's nothing special, but it's a cool game, and you can get a pretty high score on it. And the arrows are kind of cool. I purposely got the camera angled down a little low so you can see everything, and I've got the glass on because I just play a lot better with the glass on, and you can see the back glass reflected into it. So I hope that doesn't bother you, but we'll play through it a little bit if I can try not to knock over the camera. And if you watch the video where I was doing the repairs on it, this thing has pretty loud bells in it. It's got, I think there's just two, the 10-point and the 100-point. And then there's also a knocker. So the 100-point bell in particular is pretty freaking loud. Now in Gottlieb's, the ball and play is down here on the apron. You see the one lit up. And I've got it set on 3-ball. You can put it on 5-ball if you want. But here we go. That's the 100-point bell. Oh no, oh, I saved it. I saved it. I got the extra ball, that's cool. And we'll need it because I just lost the ball. Now, a lot of people hate these games with the little 2-inch flippers. Most pinball machines have 3-inch flippers, but back in the day, they were 2-inch flippers. But the games were designed a little different back then. Like the top part of the playfield, you kind of played with the pop bumpers. And the bottom part, you kind of played with the slings and the flippers. But we've got a pretty good slant on this thing. If you rebuild these things to where there's no play in them, so basically there's little fiber links in there, little, that's what they call them, links. The linkage in them will get worn. If you replace that with nice new ones so that there's no wear, these didn't need it because I didn't have any wear, but with nice new ones so there's no wear, and you get the bushings working properly, and you replace the coil sleeve and blah, 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 they can be pretty strong. So if you'll watch, every once in a while I'll hit one and it'll go right by the center pop bumper all the way to the back of the field on these little tiny flippers. Part of it too has to do with the angle. A lot of times people will set them where they're like lined up perfectly with this, but on a game this old, that's a bad idea. You know, it's just, you don't really have much fulcrum to shoot it right. So I always put them, if anything, I put them a little bit too high, but I always put them where they, you know, they kind of look like a modern machine, and it gives you a nice swinging action. It also makes the hole between them a little bit smaller. It's crazy how it just knocks those arrows around so easily and just completely changes the point values on all of the rollovers. Oh, that was pretty cool. It saved I had D. I had the D lit up and it saved that. Oh man, there's a sucker shot there. It saved, whenever I got the extra ball, D was already turned off and lit up over here, which is good because you can get your arrow value by rolling through D or coming through D over here. And it saved it on the extra ball, but as soon as I got the ball 2, of course it reset and it's gone now. The D one, it keeps going in, it might be slanted a little bit. Those arrows are ridiculous. And they stay wherever they get hit. They're not loose or anything. It's just, it doesn't take much to move them. You can just barely move them. So I got another free ball. So I'm getting the hole value, the arrow value every time I land on one of those kickouts. So that's cool. So the same thing. Since that's on an extra ball, the D that I had already landed in is already lit up. There's the A. Oh, there's the center one. That's a good one. That lit up the red pop bumpers, as you can see. So they're all 10 points now, instead of just one lousy point. Yeah. Oh, I screwed up. I screwed up the flip. Oh man, we lost it. All right, I got 4,948 points. Now, if history serves, this will probably be my best game. Usually the first one's the one I do the best on, but we'll see. We'll play a couple more. I don't know if it's landing at that D because the playfield's crooked or if it's just because I'm plunging it a certain way. I missed the flipper button. Oh, right out the out lane, folks. And I didn't even get an extra ball that time. Last time I got 2 of them. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Little assist from the pop bumper. Get the D. Yeah, there we go. So I got 500 points on that. That's pretty good. 25-43 after ball 2. This is the C. Ah, that's it. So I only got 2,730 on that one. Let's try one more time. Why not? Heck, I got it set on free play. It's no big deal. You just press the button. Oh, I'm gonna try to plunge it different. Nope. I'm not good enough to try to actually make those arrows point a certain way. I'm just going with whatever happens. Missed. I was trying to slide it by the pop bumper. There we go. Landing one. There we go. Landing another one. Yeah, there we go. This is ball 1, folks. Oh, I thought that was my flipper up there. I'm losing it, folks. Damn it. Look at that. It goes to it says it resets them after the ball. It went down the ones that weren't lit up. Come on now. I only got 5 points. Oh man, I still didn't. Yeah, there we go. Yeah! Oh. Yeah! Give me them points. 10 points, thank you very much. 100 points, thank you very much. Arrow value when lit, thank you very much. Oh man, come on. Landing something. When the hole is lit up like it just was, that's when you can, if you make it, you get an extra ball. Ball 3. Yeah. Oh, I missed it. I was robbed. I want my nickel back. Come on, people. All right, it's 3,135. It's kind of weird playing one with no bonus at the end of the ball. On a lot of them, when at the end of the ball, it counts down your bonus, but this one doesn't have one. All right, so that's 3,135. Let's try it one more time. Nothing. Nothing. Get back up there. Try it again. All right, I got D. Yeah. Yeah, get in the hole. It missed. What's the... How can it get all the way down to Playfield without hitting anything? Get the... Damn it. Come on now. Come on now. Damn it, missed it again. The ball is wild, people. Oh, I've got some kind of, I think my 10-point relay is locked on somehow. Something's stuck. See, I'm scoring 10 points over and over again, but I'm not getting my 10 points. What happened there? We'll see if that corrects itself at the end of this game. I guess I won't flip since I'm not making any points. All right, we'll try one more. All right. Oh, got saved by the backsplash or whatever you want to call it. The apron. 300 points is what my arrows were on, but I've only got 640 points. That's really nothing to brag about. Yeah. Come on now. So I only got 841 points. Folks, it's a fun game. I'm going to keep playing. I'm at 1,536 points. I got to do better than that. So I'm going to try one last game. This is going to be the last one now. I'm not going to go after this last game. Yeah. Targets and red bumpers. None of that 1-point crap. The reason the center one keeps the 100 points when lit keeps coming on and off is it's on the 0 to 9 unit. There's a little wheel inside that spins around, and that controls when that's lit up and when it's not lit up, and it controls when this is lit up and it controls when this is lit up. It's just like a way to randomize things, and it also controls the match on the back box. All right, this is the last ball, people. I'm only at 489 points. So I need to make 4,500 points to beat my original score. That may be impossible on this game. I'm not so sure. Right down the middle. Poetic. All right, so there you are, folks. That is Gottlieb's Four Seasons from 1968. Really cool game. It's fun. It's one of those ones where you want to just keep playing. But I'd be here all night if I kept playing. The back glass lights up nice in the dark. Check that out. Pretty cool. The title, Four Seasons, it's blinking like that. They put special little bulbs in there that heat up and turn off, and then heat up and turn off, and then turn back on, and they just blink. The machine is not doing that. It's just a special type of bulb. And they did it so that if you were in like a bar or something, that it's kind of making it do a little something, might draw you over there to make you think it's alive, and it wants a quarter. So there you go. We think it turned out pretty good. If you haven't seen our repair video of it, check that out. It's here on our channel. And of course, we're going to be repairing many, many more, but we thought we'd film a little video of this one, us playing it. Fun little game. Now, by the time you see this video, this game may have went off to someone else's game room. We may not even have it available for sale anymore. For everything there is a season, right? But don't fret. You can see all of the pinball machines, arcade games, and things that we have for sale on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. Even if it's several years from now, it'll be up to date. We always keep it up to date. If it's on there, it's for sale. If it's not on there, hey folks, it's not for sale. Somebody bought it. So we may not have this available anymore. You can come and see all of our stuff in our shop, in our showroom in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're about 15 miles south of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're right over the border, down below Carowinds, if you know where Carowinds is. Now, if you don't want to look on our website because you don't want to buy one, and you don't want to come by because you don't live anywhere near here, well, that's fine. Just subscribe to us here on YouTube. Click the subscribe button, and it'll tell you every time that we put up a video. It'll remind you, right? We put up videos a couple times a week, every week, for years, right? So subscribe to us and make sure to thumbs up our video. Whenever you thumbs up the video, it tells other people about us, and that helps us out because it gets more people seeing us and all of that. So we will see you on that next video. Hey, make sure you leave your comments down below too. What do you think about this game? You like this one? Or did you play this one back in the day? We love hearing about that. So if you did, leave a comment below. If you hate this game, hey, keep it to yourself. We'll see you on the next video.